And we live. Give me just a second. I'm gonna share real quick the groups and we'll get on to it. Okay. I should have put some music on. What I should did. I wanted to play that song, Sean. That I actually wanted to play that song you had was playing earlier. That video with that young lady that you was talking about. I mean that you had in the, your presentation at the start of the video. I think Senate Lisa just coming. And somebody shared it in the what's the name group already before I go in there.
What group?
In our group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we did that. Now you just go ahead. We will take care of that.
Okay. Sean, you're gonna have to prove this and in the other group. Now give us just a second, family. We gonna get it in just a second. But we're just trying to share it so a few people that may want to come in. I'm getting there though. Mm-hmm. One more minute, family. We're gonna get started. I know some people be impatient, be ready for you to jump right in and when you get started. Excuse me. This is my last one. I'm gonna have to get my group game up. I ain't in that many groups. All right, well let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and let me share my screen real quick. I'm not gonna delete it.
Man in the full knowledge of himself is a superb and supreme creature of creation. When man becomes possessor of the knowledge of himself, he becomes master of his environment, the captain of his own ship, the director of his own destiny, the accomplisher of his own ends. Man should understand himself because man is full of knowledge, and this knowledge is a gift of nature. When Mother Nature created man, she deprived him of nothing. He was given the faculty of understanding all things around him. This faculty for understanding has not been taken away from him. None of his senses have been taken away from him. So there is no excuse for the black man.
I'm breathing my team, red, black, and green, queens and kings, salute, now scream, I should. Bring purple under it, I should. I'm ripping my team, red, black, and green, queens and kings, salute, now scream, I should. Bring purple under it, I should.
All right. I want to say ETM Hotep, Dua Duau, Hekanu in Amin Rapata, Kwa E Second, Dua Netcher, Ren E Kofi Paisa, Mojube, Agun, Mojube Iba E, Igungun Kiki, Igungun, Fafmu Alafie, Fafmu Iwa Pele. Basically, I just said, welcome in peace, bring forth peace, bring forth good character. In the chat, we want to always demonstrate good character. Today I have on the show, I have my family on the show. I have the Seshew, my netcher. And I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Let me share my screen real quick, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Give me just a second. All right, y'all can introduce yourselves.
Hotep. How my mic sound? This is brother Antoine Jermaine. I was going to hush him off. Can you hear my mic?
Yeah, we hear it. It's a little staticky, Saint Antoine.
Okay, I'm just want to test it out real quick. I'm a little late. I'm gonna hop back in and see if it sounds any better while everybody else is introducing themselves. Hotep, welcome and peace to everyone that's joining the show. Look forward to the discussion.
ETM Hotep, just welcome in peace. This is your brother June. Thanks to Kofi for having us on this platform. Thanks to everyone tuned in. I hope you guys enjoy the show and leave with satisfaction. Hotep.
Hotep, ranykemet. My name is Imiket, and Dua to St. Kofi for inviting us. This is my first time on this platform, so I'm really excited about it and looking forward to it. And Dua also to those watching and those who are going to be watching as well. Hotep.
ETM Hotep, Rennie Sean, welcome in peace. My name is Sean. Thanks for having us again, Kofi. Feels good to be back with the brothers and sisters. Let's have a good show.
Hotep, Rennie, Satep and Ra. Thanks Kofi for, and I hope everybody enjoy it.
All right. Yeah, they don't know just how excited I am to have what I call my foundation on the show. It's just like you ain't seen your kin folks in a while and they come to your house, man, and they ain't been to your house and they come to your house and you just so excited and you glad for them to be here. That's how I feel, man. I finally got the family on the platform today, and we gonna do a little transliterating and translating with the Seshew today. Dang, I was finna say something. I forgot what I was finna say. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in to the show. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into it and get started. We're not gonna keep y'all on here long today. We just got a few glyphs that we're gonna go over. And I know a few people that's in the chat right now. I know they's gonna appreciate that because appreciate this show because it's been quite a few people that's been inboxing me asking when we are, even when I'm doing a presentation, when are we going to get back, when we're going to start back doing Divine Words Wednesday and Freestyle Fridays. And I let them know that, we've been doing it since 2015, and we've been consistent with doing the Divine Words Wednesday and the Freestyle Fridays. And just up until last year, I think we had a great run. We went, I think, 3 years being consistent every Wednesday and every Friday. But due to things changing in people's life, our schedules, some of our schedules conflict the time of doing the Divine Words Wednesdays and the Freestyle Fridays. So we hadn't been able to do them of lately as we were doing them. But I mean, we have a lot of content on the Seshew Ma'ani YouTube channel. So please go check it out. Um, Hopefully we'll be able to rearrange some stuff in the future, and maybe do something else, maybe create another show, besides Divine Words Wednesday or Freestyle Friday, because I don't know if our schedules will ever get back in sync like it was, but just be on the lookout. Maybe, something will work itself out and we'll probably be able to do something on the weekend, give it a new show, give it a new facelift and so forth. But I know people are going to appreciate this show tonight. Again, I appreciate all of my Seshew family for being on the show. I am proud to be a member of this group, and we gonna get it in. We gonna do what the Seshew do. Let me share my screen. And I don't want to do all the talking either, family. I don't want to do all the talking. I'm gonna do some
Yeah,
talking,
nah.
but
I'm gonna see. Can you hear my mic now?
yeah, we can hear you, Mike.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say, give you the same admiration, man. It feels good to be back on the show. Also feel good to be working with you. It seemed like, man, you took off and you got a lot of different things going on. So we just really just trying to keep up with you, my brother, as far as we see your growth and seeing you expanding into different areas. So it's also a feeling of commitment and admiration for us to have a chance to assist you with this show today.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Like I say, I'm glad to have y'all on the show, man. Moriri. I mean, Moriri means appreciation, man. I'm just, if y'all could just see the smile on my face right now, man. I know I'm gonna get about 1,000 subscribers after this show. I got the mighty Seshew on the show. Let me share my screen. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all can see my screen.
Two.
Okay. All right. Transliterating and translating with the Seshew Ma'ani Metanet. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna get in and do some transliterating and some translation. On my show, when I do my shows on my YouTube channel, I always have to do a Hotep Dina Soup to an Aku or an Egungun, which are ancestors. So I always, and this is just something that I adopted from the group that I am, the Seshew Ma'ani Metaneta group, which we adopted it from Riketi Amen. So we just gonna keep the tradition going on, and hopefully, the brothers and the sisters in the group, that when they spread out, eventually we continue to adopt these things when we go on and virtue off and do our own things, and then come back and form Voltron again, because that's what we did today, forming Voltron. So today, Hotel Dina Suit is going to be to Nina Simone. Um, she's an author, an activist, a singer, a pianist, and a civil rights activist and a musician. She transitioned in 2013. Her birthday was 2 weeks ago. I think her birthday was February the 24th. So I want to do a Hotel Dina Suit. And those that always watch my presentations, I always say Dua Netcher, or I say Dua Aku, or I say uh Igungun Majube Ibai or Igungun Kiki Igungun. I always have to give honor and praises and homage to the ancestors, because again, we wouldn't be here without the ancestors, and we should always honor those great ancestors who have laid down the work and have put in some work here. So at the top here, we have the sesh, we have the transliterations, and we have the translation here at the bottom. And it says, Hotep Dino Sut Wusir Neb Jadu. I tell you what, I ain't even finna do it. Cause I think I do okay when I'm doing it. Ain't nobody complained about it yet. But Sinet Imiket, can you do the Hotep Dino Sut? You do it so well. Could you do it?
I was feeling comfortable just listening to you say that, but all right. Okay. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do it and recite the offering formula, and Senkofi's let you know what you're looking at on your screen. So this is recited in honor of Nina Simone. So Hotep Dinesu, Wesir Nebjudu, Netcher Neb Abju, DF Peret Heru, T Henket, Ka Apet, Shes Menket, Nebet Neferet, Ket Nebet Neferet, Wabet Anket, Netcher Im, In Kani Imaku, Nina Simone, Maakiru. And what I was saying is an offering which the king gives Basir, Lord of Judu, the great deity, Lord of Abydos, so that he may give a voice offering of calf, fowl, linen, alabaster, and all good and pure things on which the deity lives, to the revered one, Nina Simone, justified.
All right, I appreciate that, Senate Monica. I'm gonna be tossing the ball now. I'm a team player now. I done got comfortable. I done kind of came out of my shell since I've been doing the shows by myself. I ain't got no choice but to talk. But a lot of times on the show, when we do the things, I may talk if I have to talk, but most of the time, I kind of stay back unless I have to talk. And but I'll do some talking, but I'm gonna be passing the ball too to some to some people, today. Um, and I know this is some of these slides I know y'all may have seen in the past, and I'm gonna reiterate some of these slides that we have just to get people up to where we at, because I know people when we on our Seshew Ma'ani Metanetter YouTube channel, the group platform, everybody that logs on know what the Seshew is, what the Seshew is about. But since we on Kofi Paisa TV, we have some Seshew followers, and we have some Kofi followers that's just now getting to know uh, who I am and as an individual, and who the group that I belong to. So I just want to throw these slides in and reiterate it for those that know, and the slides are basically for those that may not know what the Seshew is all about. But the Seshew Ma'ani Metanetcher is a membership of like-minded individuals with aspirations of being true and loyal scribes of divine words. We embrace the importance of learning the language of Kemet as a means to enter the world of ancient Kemet and have a meeting of the minds with the illustrious civilization, society, culture, and people responsible for contributing so much to the world, whether realize it or not. All right, our purpose. Our purpose is to emphasize correct method by demonstrating examples of how the Seshew Metanetter, which those may know as the hieroglyph script, is translated. In doing so, we also address one, the Seshew Metanetter script has been deciphered. Two, the methods of doing so, and three, demonstrating that with time, discipline, and patience, anyone can do it. Okay, before I even go into that, I'll show the next slide. But brother, uh, any Red Sean, if you can, man, can you give me the four major steps of that we and I okay, it didn't popped off of there, but can you give me the four major steps?
Yes, sir. You got it on the slide, or you want me to go from the dome?
Yeah, well, I want you to go from the dome, or if you want me to put a slide, I was gonna throw the slide. I just throw the slide up, and you can just read it from the slide.
Okay. Well, before you throw the, well, you already did. But anyway, there's always a method to the madness, and as a member of the Seshew, we are taught Tep Hesip, that is correct method, and this is drilled. If you take Saber Ujawu's class, this is drilled in your head. And the method to the madness, the steps are: first, determine the direction in which the signs are to be read. That is step one. Step two is to identify and document each individual sign. And then you have step three, which is group the signs into words to be searched in dictionaries. And step four is to come up with a sensible translation. Now, I want to go back to step one. So when we take a look at the inscriptions that we will have tonight, please pay attention to the direction of either the body parts or the animals. They're going to tell us which direction we will be reading into. And from there, the other steps will follow.
Appreciate that, brother. Sin, any Haret, Sean Calfunny. That brother there been putting in some work. All right, y'all. Then this is the first pick that we're going to demonstrate on how y'all want to do it. Y'all want to do it, just do it here and then show it. Well, yeah, then we'll do it from here and then we'll show the pick and then we'll show the transliteration and the translation afterwards. Or we can do it either way. I mean, how y'all want to do it? Y'all want to do it like this, or we can. I think the other picture is pretty big enough where the family can see, and we can kind of run through it. You want to do it like that? We already have the transliterations, the translations, and then we can just kind of walk through it. Or y'all want to do it like this? However the family want to do it.
Yeah, we can do it like we could do it like. Oh, go ahead, Amy Cat.
Now, I was gonna say that I don't know for the participants if they want us to just walk through the steps while they look at the translations and transliterations, or do we go over it first and then show them how we arrive at that?
Well, I asked them in the chat. So, chat, how y'all want us to do it? Y'all want us to go through it, or y'all want us to show the transliterations and just walk y'all through each step of the transliteration in the charrette, in the pillars, and in the shenus?
Yeah, or since Sean already walked through the steps, then we can see if they can actually, if they still remember at least the first step, and they can let us know what that first step will be in this case. And I just wanted to add quickly, maybe if we give them time to do that, if they want to guess that, Sean talked about looking at the glyphs of animals and body parts and see what directions they're facing. And the reason why we do that is because when the scribes were scribing, they were using a particular scribal technique known as aspective. So animals and body parts usually are drawn in profile for the most part. So just keep in mind that's why it is always easier to identify the direction using the animals and body parts. And
Right.
and that was the aspective scribal technique.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, so we don't even have to ask them then what the. Oh, so you mean you didn't explain? Oh, so you still want to? Okay, so you want me to ask the directions of each glyph in? We y'all want to get the people engaged in the excuse me, engaged in the inscription.
Yeah, let's see if they remember.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you do this here, Emiket, and then I'll do the next one, and then I'll let Sin June do the last one if that's okay with you, Sin June.
What was that?
I said, well, I'll let Emiket do this, and I'll do the next one, and then I'll let you do the last one, as far as speaking. But we're gonna all engage in all three of them. But I just let Emiket lead this, and or you can.
Yep.
I tell you what, I'll let you lead this. Yeah, I'll let you lead this one because this is the pick that you had in the anything. So this your pick. So I'll let you do this pick, and we're gonna engage in the pick with the audience and so forth, and then I'll do the next pick, and then I'll let Sister Emiket do the last pick since it's a depiction of a female. If that's okay with y'all.
Okay.
All right. Y'all gonna work. Y'all gonna work on him.
Did you tell people how to adjust their screen?
No, do that. I don't know to do it. Let them know. Send it to them.
Yeah, it said looking like a couple people are having a few difficulties with seeing. I believe down in your right hand corner on YouTube, you can press the scale button and it will adjust your viewing as far as increasing your scale or decreasing it. You go up to like 1080p or something like that.
Yeah, and they said chat participation, and I think Sinet Lisa was already on it, so you might want to check out what she has to say.
Well, go ahead, San June. You got this, and I rock out on the next one. But like I said, we all gonna engage in all three of them. I'm gonna take it.
Okay. What we looking at here? Someone that is more commonly known as King Tut, and is showing 3 of his great names. On the left-hand side and right-hand side, we have mirrored images. They're saying the same. What's that?
You might want to lock your screen on it so that they can see, because I'm not sure if they're seeing the figure.
Oh, yeah. The image furthest to the left and furthest to the right are saying the same thing. We just have the one on the left facing to the right. We have the animals and birds facing to the right. So we're gonna read that one right to left. The one on the right facing inside to the left. So we're gonna read that left to right. On the right side is the Nasut Bidi name. On the left side, we have the Sarah name. And the ones on the left and right will be known as the Heru name, with the Heru on top of the Shrek.
Can you tell us how you're able to identify the different types of names?
Okay. Yep. Like I said, the far left and right have Heru on top of this rectangle shape known as the Sarek. On the left side, above the shoulder, we see the Sarah name. The glyphs for that are it's the duck with the sun behind it for Sarah. And this is where we get that name, King Tut, what people refer to him as. And then on the right, we have the Nasut Bidi name, which would be the throne name, and which he probably would have been addressed as. We have the sedge plant, raised bread loaf, followed by the bee and the raised bread loaf.
Can I say one thing?
Yep.
Yeah, Sen Coffee, I think Senjun is gonna have to do that all over again, because the you didn't lock your screen on it, so they can't see all that.
How can I lock the screen on when I'm sharing the screen?
You might have to click on the avatar on the avatar, perhaps. I think.
Click on your avatar. It should put a white box around it.
Oh, I done something I ain't got no business doing. Oh Lord, I ain't never see. That's neat though. Can y'all see my cursor here? What I mean
in the Google Hangouts.
Yeah. Okay. I think we see the screen now. We'll look at it and see if it's gonna lock on it.
I'm gonna go to the screen right here. No, that's toolbar.
Now in the Google Hangouts, just push on your picture in the on the bottom with all the pictures.
Okay, in the Google. Okay, hold on. I have to unshare my screen, wouldn't I? Yup.
No, you don't have to. Just at the bottom where you have the avatars showing of the panel.
Yeah, I can't see I can't see the avatars on my end. Only thing I can see because I'm sharing my screen, so I can't see nothing. But let me go back though. Excuse us.
Go ahead, go
I can go.
Screen, Kofi. Go back and lock your screen on you.
Okay. I see Sandamo in the building. Sandamo, you want to introduce yourself real quick, man? Sandamo. You still in the I see he's in the building. But when you're ready to speak, Sandamo, just unmute your mic, man, and introduce yourself.
Hotep, ETM Hotep, ET Rennie, Damien. I want to say peace to the crew. I see everybody. Everybody's in the group, and happy to be on your platform, Sin Kofi. Appreciate all the work you've been doing, and so tap to everybody.
All right. Well, all right. Appreciate you too, Damo, man, for coming on, man. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Sin June. Like MK said, you probably gonna have to do it over. And I apologize, family. I'm new, and most of the time when I'm on here by myself, or I may have somebody on here with me, and I guess it just worked when it's just two people. I guess I'll share. Well, most time I just share my screen or whatever. But let's get back into it. I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing, but it's locked now. So you're gonna have to start over with the two pillars that you was talking about in the suit. I'm sorry, Sin.
Make sure you following with your cursor too, Kofi, so the chat or so the listeners they can see.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully they can see it now. Yeah, I'll go over it again real quick. The far left and far right are the Heru name. You see Horus on top of the rectangle shape. That's the Surek. Those are mirrored images. They say the same thing. They're just both facing inward. On the left side, we see a Shennu. In front of that, we see the Sarah, which is the duck with the sun behind it. So this is a Sarah name. On the other side, we see another Shennu with the Nasut Biddy on top of it. We see the sedge plant with the bread loaf, the bee or insect with another bread loaf. This right here is his Nasut Biddy name, his throne name, which he probably would have been referred to back then. The other name, the Sarah name, is where we get the Tut from. So you want to start going through the names?
Yeah. Hold, we can. I just want to say that those are only two of the names. The Nasut Bidi has 5 names. He has the throne name. Make sure I can remember the throne name, the Sarah name, the Haru name, the Golden Haru name, and the two-lady name. So he has 5 names. So we have 3 up here right now.
Right.
Now we see 3, but I'm gonna add to it real quick, like the Nabiti, where we have the 2 ladies. I think that in this photo they may have incorporated that with the Haru name, because you see they have them with the 2 snakes though. And then my other thing I want to add, as far as the 5th name, the Nebu name, they have the Nebu basket up under the image. So it's kind of like they play like they're playing on it with the Nebu name, with the person sitting on the Nebu, and then they're playing with the 2 ladies with the Haru name. So it's almost like they have the 5, but it's almost like hidden almost. That's kind of like what I'm noticing.
Okay.
We can discuss that more, because I guess one of the things that came up in the discussion was the 2 ladies, as far as we see the snakes representing 2 ladies as opposed to the snake and the bird. So we can discuss that a little later.
Yeah, I guess we'll jump back into it before we get out, or before we leave out. I guess Saber will be in, because he said he'll be running a little late to the party, but he'll be in here. And you see y'all see how, family, y'all see we've been doing this so long. You see how we just work off of each other. You know, we just cooperate each other. I missed this too, but go ahead.
That was pretty much all I had to offer. Did anybody notice that or see what I'm saying as far as the Nebu being a part of the image, and then the 2 ladies being incorporated with the horse?
Yeah, I didn't even take note of that, but that's really good. That's a good look. It's a good catch.
All right, Sanjun.
Okay, so let's start over his right shoulder. We'll be looking at it on the left side, the Sarah name.
Okay, let me get my cursor. All right.
Yep. So yeah, we have the duck with the sun behind it for Sarah, and then which is often the case in the Shinnu, we'll see a lot of honorific transposition going on. So
we want to start right here with this Shinnu right here, in the Sarah name. So we are family. We already know we established this is Sarah.
Yep.
In the sun, the sun did.
I'll go through the glyphs and then we can read it. The first one is the reed leaf. We have the men sign after that, the water ripple after that, a phonetic complement to the men. We have a raised bread loaf, the quail chick, another raised bread loaf. Then we have a ankh. We have the let's say the Heka symbol. What is that? A staff?
Yeah, I forgot what that is. I don't know why I be calling it the world scepter, but it's not the world scepter, but I forgot the what is that, Emiket? You usually be really familiar with identifying some of the images, and Sean usually be pretty good with the Gardner code.
Gardner code, that was June, but
okay, I'm sorry.
Sean got pretty good at it too, but I know the transliteration for that is capital H Q capital A, and that's why I called it the Heka symbol. After that, we have the pillar, and then we have the plant. I think that's like another sedge plant. Okay. So as I said, there's honorific transposition going on.
Hold on, you get this at the bottom?
Yeah, June was right. It's a crook. The symbol.
Okay, yeah.
Heka crook.
Okay, yeah, the crook.
Yeah, after a while, I think we kind of got good at remembering the names for, like the transliterations and not the proper names of the items.
Yeah, the description.
Yeah, you missing one though, ain't you? Sanjun right here, where you got the raid over the bread leaf, and then the bottom piece right here.
Yeah, outside of the Shinnu, we have 3 more symbols. Yep, as you said, the cobra in repose, the bread loaf, and then what's the last one? The land strip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we'll let next we'll let the audience see if they can name some of the in the next channel.
All right. Let me get the name out though, because I read off the glyphs, and as it just looking at it, it would look like Amen, Tut, Ankh, Heka, Unu. What's that last part?
I think it's
Right here.
or
that's Sami. Simi. I mean Sama. I mean Sama.
Samai. Okay. But with the honorific transposition, it's gonna go to.
And can you explain honorific transposition to the audience? What is honorific transposition? Because like you stated earlier, just looking through the Shinu, you will see almond first. You'll see the bread leaf, the game board, which is the men symbol, and you will see the complement, which is the water ripple at the bottom that goes with the game board. So most people will read almond, but you just said honorific transposition. But go ahead and finish, and then you can go to the honor, because I know you finished. Give the correct thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now you're right. Those first three signs will be glyphed as one word, amen. And what I mean by honorific transposition is they were showing honor to the deities, and doing this, they would write the deity's name first. And just because it was written first didn't mean that it was to be read first. It's just a way to show honor to the deity by writing it first. So for this name, we would have Tut, Ankh, Amen, Heka, Inu, Samai. And that's where most people call him King Tut. I think they get that from the Tut part, which in this name meant image. Yeah, so it's like the living image of Amen. And then below that, the last three glyphs will be grouped into one word for forever.
Yeah, Jet. Right here. Jet. Yep.
Transliterated capital D T.
Jet.
And speaking of that, just remind everybody there are I think there's two types of transliteration. The one that we use, which is really good for social media and online, is the manual decodage, which is case sensitive. And yep. The other one being with the diacritic marks, which is usually seen in text and books in print. So do we have any questions with this first great name?
I'd like to just add right under the Sarah name, right under the Sarah, that little cobra down there too.
Yep. I noticed that too. I think I wonder why King Tut like to sneak that in. It got something to do with protection though, for sure.
Oh, you about the horn viper up under the Sarah name, right? Yeah. The horn.
He snuck it in someplace else too. If you keep looking around, you'll see it. It'll pop out to you.
Yeah. So I guess on the next inside the pillow where the Shinu is, we'll let some cause we got some new people in here, but we got some people in here that that I hadn't seen in the chat, but we got a few that's in here, that can identify some of these other glyphs. And we're not trying to put nobody on the spot. If you a little rusty, because I know y'all maybe a little rusty because we hadn't did it in a while, but we ain't putting nobody on the spot. If you can answer, you can answer. If you can't, we'll be glad to assist the family. So you can go ahead, June. Send June. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Oh, I thought I done.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think,
okay,
yeah, he's still here,
sorry.
but you might want to look at the chat as well. I think
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
okay. All right.
All right, we can just move on to the next name. If they have any questions, just include them in the chat. For the one over the next shoulder is the Nasut Bidi name, which also known as the throne name. Okay. So the Nasut Bidi would be the first part. We have the sedge plant, raised bread loaf, a bee, and another raised bread loaf for Nasut Bidi. Under that, we have a basket, and then 2 strips of land. Here we have the Shenhu. Inside the Shenhu, once again, there's going to be some honorific transposition going on. But the first glyph is the sun. The next one is the Kepper beetle, followed by 3 strokes. And underneath all of that is the basket with no handle. Below the Shenhu, we have the conical loaf, followed by the Ankh. So this would be read Nasut Bidi, Neb Tawi, Neb Keperu Ra, the Ankh. That'd be like the Du King, Lord of the Two Lands, Neb Keperu Ra, gives life.
And you kind of got ahead of yourself. I kind of wanted the people to kind of identify what was going on in the see if they.
Okay.
But I mean, you got it now.
But yeah, once again, it's the honorific transposition. So you see Ra, the first symbol written first, but when it was read out, you would actually go to the last symbol, which is the basket. So that would be Neb, transliterated NB. After that, we have Kepper, Kepperu, actually. So that's transliterated
Can you explain?
XPRW.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What was that?
You said Kepra-U.
I
was going to get you to explain
okay.
The slashes.
Okay, the way that plurals were shown in this script, there were a couple ways they could have did it. Here we see it with the 3 strokes indicating plural. And you can also write out the symbol 3 times. So instead of writing the 3 strokes, they could have wrote 3 of the Kepper beetles. And that would have gave it the same effect of making it plural.
All right, where you want to start next? You want to go back to the left-hand side and go to the charrette?
Yep. As I said, on both sides, they say the same thing. They're just mirrored. Reading on this left side, we're going to be reading right to left. The first symbol we see is the bull. Underneath that, the arm holding something. Then we go down to a bread loaf. We have the quail chip, another bread loaf, and then we have the 3 the 3 fox skins tied up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right here.
Underneath that, we have the twisted. It's a knotted rope. And I'm sorry, I'm rusty too.
Yeah, we are.
And then we have the raised bread loaf followed by 3 strokes. And all this contained into this rectangle shape, like I said, known as the Sarek. And the bottom was I think that's to show like the facade of a building. The facade right there. And then topped with the Heru. in this case wearing crowns, double crown.
All right. I guess you won't I'll go ahead. I was finna get a translation.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So the Shrek would be ka naked toot masut, and we could translate that as the strong bull pleasing of birth.
Yeah, I'm back. And you said the strong bull. What'd you say?
Yep. We see the bull in the front, and then the arm holding something that would be sometimes used as a determinative. In this case, used as strong.
Right. Okay. All right. You did the whole thing? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing on the other side, just read in a different direction, left to right. The bull, the arm holding something, and actually, I don't see the two bread loaves, so I guess it isn't mirrored. We see on the other side the bread loaf before and after the quail chick, and on this right side we don't see it. Wow, I didn't notice that earlier.
Let me see. Wow, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it neither. Wow, yes, it is. You don't have it on, so you don't have. But well, you think that's a the scribes messed up there, or was it done for a reason? And by the way, it's excuse me, again for the family, Haru, the strong bull, pleasing, what is it, pleasing of birth? Haru, the strong bull, pleasing of birth. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, you know, we are always gonna get the exact 1-to-1 translation, but somewhere in that semantic range will work.
So what do y'all think right here? Y'all think it was a scribal error? Was it done on purpose? Because I sure did pay attention to that, because most of the times when we see this, we see it mirroring the other on the other side.
Yeah, not sure about that. Could have been omitted, or could sometimes they'll omit some bread loaves, or it could have been unfinished. So you never know. That's something we could try to find out.
So what we want to determine, and we just want to leave this in here alone, because like I said, most of the times, you know, they always mirrored on both sides. The transliteration and translation usually be the same.
I would even say, like, on the left hand side, they have the two hills, but it looks like they kind of like squeezed them in, and so just out of aesthetics, they decided to leave it out. I'm not sure, we don't know which one was made, which side was made first, the left or the right, but it looked like the left side, like it was squeezed in. It was like, man, if I squeeze it in on the right side, I might mess it up. You know, even the messy, the MSI sign looks like it's kind of squeezed in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like there's enough room to kind of squeeze it up, because on the left side, you had a little one. That was the one at the bottom of beneath the quill chick is kind of squeezed in, and I think there's enough room on the other side. It could probably be. So I'm not really sure. Somebody was saying maybe it's not enough space, but it looks like there's enough space. But so it could be an omission, or it could be unfinished. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be unfinished. And you know, I'm kind of glad, you know, it's like that, and we kind of discussing that because, I mean, I know a lot of people romanticize, romanticize Kemet, and you know that there's, you know, everybody's perfect, and you know everybody's perfect, and everybody gets along and so forth. So I mean, right there you can see that, you know, everybody do make mistakes. We do make mistakes. You know, nobody's, you know, I guess, you know, for, you know, in that area, I know people, you know, team, when we have discussions about Kemet, deemed that, you know, everybody in Kemet has superpowers, and you know, they had no flaws. So I mean, that's kind of good that, you know, that's you showing that, you know, we do make mistakes. You know, we do make mistakes. I make them all the time.
Yeah, and I think Sendemo has a good question. He said, "Are we sure this is authentic?" Because I think it should be there. So I don't know if we're looking at if it is the authentic one or not. So that's also that also could be. So I could look into it real quick while we look at the other stuff.
Yeah. Do that, cause
trying to find the actual one from his chair.
Yeah. Cause I don't know if this and this, cause I like when he put it in the group, the what's the name wasn't gonna be that good once I blew it up. So I put it in the Google search engine to find it, and I came across a few of them. And I one of them, I think I seen where it said something with the museum or something. I don't know if I clicked on that one or I just grabbed one real quick and I'll say, okay, it look good, blowed up. I can't remember because I did it last night. When I'm up all night, I'll be half crazy.
Okay, so I think it should be there at probably I put it in the inbox for you, because the right one should have the raised bread loaf on both ends. That was, whoever caught that was good.
Saying June. Sean, you had something to say?
Oh no, what I was gonna say is about the picture is that this could be a remake of the original, because I think the images that I was seeing of the original, I couldn't see the glyphs as good as this. But that just bad. But I know the gentleman who y'all was posted an original that was in the museum, but it was like far away out the glyphs. And I was just looking at that, trying to measure it up to this one, and you don't get as this image is. So
okay, and good looking too, saying Damo. Emicat just put it in the put the original in the back, and it mean our group chat, and it's it has it in the authentic one, because this here is a reprint. It has both bread loaves on both sides, so it is image. Because like I said, normally on both sides they are image are the same on both sides. So it's where you find that at Senate Emicat.
I quickly went through Google. I'll just share my screen because I think that the other guys would like to see that as well, and the audience as well. So
yeah, the crazy thing is the borders ain't even the same too. So it's a good thing you got that.
You want me to share my screen so they can see? Go ahead.
Say the other crazy thing is this is the one that was posted. So this is the one that people may have thought was the original, the one we're sharing now, because the one that she's showing now is not even the one I seen posted.
What kind of another telltale sign for me? Well, what kind of was it? Top the sesh at the very top. It's not very detailed, and I know how scribes like to get very detailed, even when it gets very small. And some of those are like just a lot of stuff I see on stuff that people try to do on imitation type stuff, like some of the reed leaves I'm looking at, and some of the determinative, the city man and stuff. They're not all the way formed out. It just looks different from the original. So I was just looking at it.
Okay. So you want me to unshare my screen so you can show the people the original one real quick? Send it in the kit.
Real quick, Kofi. You want to know what kind of threw me off, Damo? Was if you look on his right arm under that unk, it's a Seshew right there, but I couldn't make it out for nothing. You see that?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
I couldn't make it out for nothing. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was like, that was
you talking about right here, this Seshew right here.
Yeah, it's all out of place, and it just looked like somebody just threw it in there.
Right, like it's not supposed to be there. Right.
Right, but it's in the original. Hold on, let me see. Is it in the original? Let me go back and look at. No, it's not. It's not.
You can lock it on my screen, so we can look at this one and just try to see compare between the two.
So somebody done went in and hijacked the original and then put their name onto the onto the copy.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, y'all don't real detectives, huh? I see that Seshew be on the detective work.
Hey,
everybody found it by reading the glyphs and seeing and matching it up, you know.
He said, take a good look at the picture. Make sure you're looking and observing the picture. And that's what everybody's doing.
Yeah, see, because you look at those, you look at
Sarah now.
What is it?
Look at the Sarah. It doesn't look so bottled up now in your image, Emiket.
Yeah, even I was wondering what, like with the two the braille of, I'm like, there's enough space in there. So it don't make sense not to be, around here. So it doesn't make sense to kind of omit unless it's unfinished, but yeah, and then like send them and say these parts were pretty much not readable and all that.
Yeah, I'm glad we caught that.
Yes.
Yeah. And this here look way better than the other, because most of them, when I took the image that Sin June had out the chat, and I put that whole image in the Google search, and that picture comes up a whole lot in other different sites. It comes up I don't even think I seen this image last night when I was looking last night, and maybe I did ran across it and just didn't look like I said, because I threw everything together late last night about 4 o'clock.
That brings up a good point, though. I mean, because I almost did the same thing. I didn't do too much digging on it, but I did see a lot of it posted up around the internet. So, it's on everybody to do your due diligence. Make sure you are checking your stuff. We just happened to come across this because we saw inconsistencies in the glyphs. So, this is just a lesson for us and everyone else to just do proper due diligence, and and I'm glad we found that and can actually work with the primary.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna quickly say that for the most part, I don't know about the other brothers, but I haven't actually seen the artifact at all. But just by looking at just whatever it is that is presented to us, you wouldn't be able to look at just the pictures and be like, this is an original and this is a fraud. So but being able to read the glyphs, then that's kind of how you saw the process, how we were like reading it, and until we got to a point where it's like there's some kind of inconsistencies, things don't add up, and then you kind of have to start questioning things. So you don't necessarily have to be like knowing all the artifacts, but being able to read will be able, it kind of helps to tell what is what. So,
and I just wanted to add real quick, or ask, is this the back of the chair? Meaning to say, when you sit down, is this the part that your back goes to? And is what we're looking at, is that almost transparent in between the glyphs? Meaning to say that if we were to put our hand, we could put our hand through it if we put it into the blank spaces. So is this the back of a chair?
Not from what from what it looks like in the pictures I seen of the chair, this looks like this would be the part that would be touching your back if you would be sitting down, so facing out.
Okay, I was just wondering that because so that means on the duplicate it's showing a solid piece, but on the chair this could possibly be, you know, around the glyphs. It can have, you can reach through it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Like if you talking about somebody was sitting down, that'd be like that's their back up against it, and you could reach through the holes and touch their back as they're sitting in the chair. Probably have to get a larger image to make that.
They were definitely master craftsmen.
Yeah, that's dope. Instead of having a chair with just straight lines on it, you got the back of your chair got glyphs.
Okay. Well, that was Sin June. That was basically the end of it, unless you want to tackle the top. I don't want to try to stay on too long. We've been on I don't know how long. When my timekeeper, Sin Sean Calpani. He's the timekeeper. He be knowing this.
We can move on and maybe maybe save the top.
I'm gonna say go to the slide with the transliteration on it.
Okay. I'll have to share my screen again. Hold on a second.
Make sure you lock it on you too.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to go back. You right.
Man, so like you ready to host the show.
Hey, and by the way, the top on the picture that you're going to show and the one Emmy put up are different.
I see that. I saw that.
Yeah, Snayman had said that. That's what I said. We could just save that maybe if we need to do another show. And I actually want to look into the chair more anyway.
Okay. But here's the the pick on the side, which we had the that was a remake. We had the original Sister Emmy put up a while ago when I locked her screen. And this here is the excuse me, the transliterations and translation here on this side. The left side, we have Haruka, the ket. Is that Tut Masu? Hold on. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at okay, and we're talking about right here in the Surek. And this is the translation which he have gave Haru, the strong bull, pleasing of birth. And then here you have in the left pillar, which Sin Jun said this is the Sarah name. We know this is the Sarah name due to the pintail duck and the sun disk, where you get Sa, the pintail duck, it's Sa, and here is Ra. So we got Sarah, and then here in the here you have in the Shanu, you had Tut Ankh Amen, Heka, Iwanu, Semawi, the Jet, the translation, the son of Ra, the living image of Amen, ruler of the sullen Helapius, which is Inu, or you could say Inu. We know this is the Greek rendition, so I could have put it Inu in there. Then we have here on this side, Sin Jun said this is his throne name, the Nasut Biti name, and we know that because of the sage plant and the bee with the sage plant, the bread loaf, the bee, and the bread loaf. We know this is Nasut Biti here, which is dual king, a king of upper and lower kemet, dual king of Ta Mahu and Ta Shema. If I'm saying it right, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, y'all correct me. So we have okay, we have Nasut Bidi, Neb Tawi, Neb Keperu, Ra, Dai Ankh, right here. Keperu. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. Neb, Keperu, Ra, Dai Ankh. King, King, Lord of the two lands. king or dual king of the two lands. Lord of form of Ra, Lord of form of Lord, a form of Ra gives life. Then we have the translation. Oh, I just gave the translation. Oh, and the same thing in this image, we just got to the bottom of it. We on this picture, you don't see the two bread loaves on this side where you see the quail chicken. So that's what we were discussing a while ago, that we thought that they may have made a mistake, or it just wasn't finished. But we found out that this was a remake, and this wasn't the original. So we found the original, showed y'all the original. So it is this, it is the Shrek. This is the Shrek. The Shenu is here, the Shrek is here. So, and we established here that it is his Haru name. So it's the same thing over here, Haru, the strong bull, pleasing of birth, right here. So we'll go to, y'all ready to move to the next slide?
Yeah. But hey, they did a pretty good job on this one. It's a nice looking one.
Yeah, just got a few little errors, and that's ugly too. And now that I look at it, that's so ugly. It's this Shrek. Well, in the original, they had the Shrek. They don't have a Shrek in the original. You know, did it?
What is so ugly?
No, they had it. They had the Shrek.
Right up right here. Oh, okay, but it was complete, because this one here is real ugly here.
Oh no, that Shenu. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean the Shenu. Yeah, I don't think I said Shrek.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think the Shenu in the original. Let me go back and look real quick. I don't think
the Shenu's not in the original. In the original, that's a blank spot you just be able to reach through.
Okay. Okay, show is right, because y'all were just talking about the space. Yep.
Because on the original, you can kind of see the shadow on the backside. You can see the shadow under the arm that's on our right. So it looks like this might be light coming from the right. I don't know how they took the picture or whatever.
Yep. All right, we'll move on to the next one. We'll move on to this piece. This piece here. And I think this is Ramses II son, if I'm not mistaken, pick. And I had the information on it because I actually wrote it down when I was trying to do the transliteration and translation last night. But like I say, I be half out my mind sometimes late at night.
That's Seti's son.
I mean, yes. So I threw it in the trash. That's what I was looking for when y'all heard them papers roll out, trying to look for it, and I probably done throw it in the trash because I wanted to get some information on that. But yeah, we'll go into the next one here, and rock out on. Yeah, this one here gonna be pretty quick. The next one will be pretty quick too.
Okay, real quick. I'm gonna go on the right hand side because the Tepera gonna laugh at me. So I want to mock I want to mock some Tepera right now.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead here.
Remember the step.
Leave me out of
it. Everybody look at Tepera, okay? remember his name. All right. On the if you look at the depiction, everything is facing to the right. Everything. We have in the centerpiece, you know, some people will say that is you know, the Shaka Amos braid right there. The kid, he facing to the right. Ma'at, she facing to the right. The bee facing to the right. The seated deity on the top left is facing to the right. Even the I-10, which is the jet, it says jet up there, is facing to the right. Which is all right. So I'm gonna leave the Shenu to the chat. I want to see if they can figure that out, but I go ahead and help them with the top part and the bottom part. So you will have now, you know, I'm gonna do the whole thing and then y'all correct me. Nasut Biddy. Neb Tawi, Wasir Ma'at Ra Setepen Ra, D Unk. So basically what I stated is King of Upper and Lower Kemet, Lord of two lands, Wasir Ma'at Ra Setepen Ra, giver of life. Oh, hush your mouth.
Okay, so you said what you say in the Shinu? Because I think you got that right in the Shinu. What did you say?
My bad. Wasir Ma'at Ra Setepen Ra.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can't mess Setepen Ra name up. He'll be mad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
By the way, y'all, he's a Shanu king. If you ever need something, if you got a Shanu and you don't know what the name is, holler at Setepen Ra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he gave the first part, and again, our translations may be a little bit different, you know, dealing with the semantics, because you will see it a little bit different. My translation may be a little bit different than the next person translation, but it's, you know, it's just dealing with the semantics a little bit, and we'll get to that in a minute. And he give your translation one more time for the family so they can hear it, and then I guess I'll do the little corner piece over there. Or did you do the corner piece over there above the head?
I didn't do the corner piece. I didn't do the corner piece.
Okay. You can do it if you want to. If not, I'll do it. You know,
I'll let you knock it out since it's not that much. So I said Nasut Biti Neb Tawi. Okay. I hope people heard me.
Mm-hmm. And this is the piece up here at the top that he just transliterate.
Wasir Ma'at Ra Setepen Ra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. D Unk, the giver of life.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we have here, we have Ra. Hold on. Dang, my thing messing up. I have Ra, the jet. Nah, am I saying I'm pronouncing it right? Nihim. All I know is it's N capital H capital H. That's all I know. The pronunciation, I know I probably didn't get it right. I'm trying to put the vowels in it, but I know I transliterated as lowercase n capital H capital H. This is the piece I'm talking about right here. And
yeah,
she
it doesn't
just
matter
laughed.
the pronunciation. Pronunciations are just arbitrary, so it doesn't really.
Right. You're right. You know, they're tentative, you know, and they're not the correct. So, and the translation would be like Ra and forever in eternity. Hold on. Dang, my cursor messing up. Okay.
Forever,
like
ever?
Ra. Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Forever in eternity. Like Ra.
Forever, ever.
in eternity.
Forever, ever.
Is that okay?
Go ahead, isn't it?
So that, yeah.
I thought, okay. What I wanted to say, Kofi, was that if we put it all together, and if people really listen to what we're saying, they are really speaking. The scribe is really writing in a sense of compassion, I should say. Describing this particular person. So I can kind of figure out why Setepen Ra chose the name Setepen Ra now. I mean, look how they write about Setepen Ra.
All right,
Yeah,
Sean, stop.
yeah, you know, and
Forever, ever. Forever, ever.
Mute his mic, Kofi.
But you know what? Because he looks I guess at this, looking at the hair, it's a young king, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. You said look at the hair, right?
Exactly.
I have seen or I have seen and I have heard that hairstyle didn't exist in kemet, whether it was on the young boy or whether it was on the adult male. So you can see the imagery right here. I don't know if y'all ever
Yeah. No, there's way too much
Yeah.
imagery, and it's shown way too many times for someone to say that it didn't exist.
Yes, and you see it, you know, with the young boys on a lot of these artistic expressions. So I don't know what they must have not looked enough.
Videos,
And
people.
it's written into the language too.
And we see it in other African cultures.
Right, you do. All right. Anybody in the chat got any questions before we move on from this piece? I'm gonna show. Let's go ahead and just show the transliteration. And like I said, my translation is a little bit different than its translation, but it's all the same, just dealing with the semantics. So we'll just read it. Here we have and I have Ramsey the second up here, and Satepanra said it is Seti.
No. That's Ramesses. I was saying that you said that's Ramesses' son sitting right there. I said no, that's Seti's son sitting right there, but it's Ramesses that's sitting in the, you know what I'm saying, in the pose.
Okay.
That's young Ramesses right there. But he didn't have that name yet, so he was just Satepanra at that time.
Drop them Jews, brother. Drop. Oh, we don't want to get your day mixed up in no way. We have here as brother Sin Sean. I don't know. I just love saying Sin any Horet Sean Calfunny, and I'm saying it right too, ain't I, Sean? Any Horet Calfunny.
Yeah. Any red cow funny.
Okay, all right.
I would tell y'all what it mean, but you know.
Yeah, I'm starting to get jealous, man. I need to give me a name.
Yeah, go on tell us what it means, man. Go on tell her what it means.
He who brings back the lost shall rule.
Okay. Dang,
So,
that's
you know,
a dope name.
We have to, you know, there's so many people that are lost and we're trying to will them
Mhm.
back in, you know, so we find them. So if you bring them back, you shall rule. So the last part of the name is shall rule. The first part means he who brings back the lost.
Mhm.
But you want me to go ahead? I'll go ahead and I'll read it, the whole thing, so we can put it all
Go ahead.
together.
All right.
Nasut Bidi Neb Tawi, Wasir Ma'at Rasa Tepen Ra, translate. He has it as the dual king, Lord of the two of Ra's powerful chosen of Ra. And then it has Mer Ra Jet Nahit, which is like Ra forever and eternity. So, like he mentioned earlier, that our transliterations, as long as our transliterations all match up, we're on the same page. Our translations may be different, but all are basically saying the same thing. As earlier, you had heard me say something a little bit different than what he said, because I just went ahead with the, you know, Nasut Biti, and then I went into the rest of that upper and lower kemet and so forth. So basically, the dual king is the same thing as what he just stated. So again, I basically stated in my translation, king of upper and lower kemet, lord of the two lands, with Ma'at Ras and Teperah, giver of life. And he went, you know, chosen of Ra, which is, I don't have a problem with that.
All right. So let's move on to the last one. Everybody in the chat, you know, give a thumbs up, man. And if y'all enjoying it and enjoying it like I'm enjoying it, because like I say, I got my family in here. This is my foundation in here, man. So they on the show. I'm just as happy as I want to be. So give if y'all enjoying the information, um, enjoying the show, give us a thumbs up, please. This is the last image right here, and I'm gonna let Sister Emmy Cat uh, do this one here. Um, I hope everybody out there can they see the pic? Let me see. Let me flip back to is it showing?
Yes.
It's not showing. It's okay. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, there it is. It's showing on my end.
I like this pic. I've never seen this pic before, but it's a nice pic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen this before too. It's pretty good. And it's a statue, so we don't see anything in profile as we would see on a two-dimensional flat surface object. So yeah, and we see the glyphs is written in one column, and we look at like Senshan said, we look at figures of animate objects like the birds or animals, and we see that the bird is facing left. So we are going to be reading from left, and obviously because this is written in column, we're going to be reading from top to bottom. So that is the first step, and I can quickly go over some of the glyphs that are not monoliterals that we can identify, like the sedge plant, like the bird. I think is a swallow. We have a basket. There's another vulture, I think, at the bottom, and cobra in repose. And then I'll quickly just read what I can, which is from the top. It will be we see Hemet, the suit, where, and that would be that is like saying the great wife of the king. So where would
That's
be,
right.
and king and wife, and yeah, then we have Nebet Tawi, which is mistress of the two lands, which is the feminine version of what we had before of Nebtawi. And then we have a Shinu.
Can you explain why? Can you explain why it's feminine, or what helps us to know?
We see the raised bread loaf or T ending, which is a T ending that they put on as a feminine ending. But sometimes it might not appear. But if it does not appear and we know we're dealing with Hemet Nesut, then we will actually include it, because some scribes sometimes omit it as well. So on the transliteration, we just keep that in mind and include it as well. And then we have the Shinu, which has the name of the Hemet Nesut. And on the name, what we have is, I guess on this one also we have a little bit of honorific transposition. So we have Neferet, Iri, Merit, and Mewut. So I think this is, yeah, go ahead.
And can you just reiterate that one more time? You mentioned honorific transposition. A lot of people, if they missed it the first time, they may not understand what is honorific transposition. Like on the other one, we deal with Tuk Unk Amen, and we had Amen in the beginning in the Shinu. So most people probably would read Amen first, Amen Tut instead of Tut, Unk Amen. So we had an honorific transposition in there. Sinjun explained. Can you reiterate what is honorific transposition?
Yes.
For the people in the chat.
Yes, with honorific transposition, that's when names that are important, or names such as the deities, are written first, but they're only written first, but they are not to be read first. So kind of like at the top where we have Nesut Hemet. So the Nesut, which is the king, that comes first, but we'll say Hemet Nesut. That will also be an honorific transposition. So the name of the king or the deity sometimes may appear first. Yeah. So here as well, the name, we also have honorific transposition. So we'll be reading Neferet Iri, merit and mewut. And you would know, because if you actually translate it directly, if you were to read it directly and write it down and try to translate it, it won't fit grammatically. So you start to see some oddities in it, and then you know it is it does include honorific transposition. So we have the name of Nefertari in the Shenú, and then we have Ankh-Jet, which is given life forever, or life forever.
Okay, okay. So yeah, that's it. Like these other two was pretty quick. Wasn't that much in there. We just want to try to demonstrate, reiterate some things because we hadn't been on, and we'll go down here to the translation. I see ancestral energy. He says, can someone touch on the left foot being forward? Now, I'll say I hadn't seen anything, and I'm not saying it's not anything in the sesh, but I hadn't so far seen anything. Most people say that when the left foot is forward, um, that they are stepping or trampling over evil so that their heart can go, forward. I have seen this and read this a lot in the past. A few years ago, a few books I read, I have seen this. I think I have seen a few scholars say this, and I ain't gonna say their names because I got their books. This is really from some of the books that I have read, but I haven't seen anything in the sesh saying that this is why their left foot is forward, because they're trampling over evil so that their heart can go forward. You know, if somebody, one of the members, one of the sins of a sinus or the sinet, maybe know in the group, they may have come across that, but I haven't come across that in the sesh. But that's what they say. Anybody anybody on the panel?
From my understanding,
All right.
when the left foot is forward, I don't know if this is true or not, but from my understanding, it was done while they was living. So this could be a very image of that was done when she was living. I'm not sure, but and it usually says when the foot is in repose, that means they were it's like an afterlife image of them, or something that was done when they was dead or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're right. I heard that too about the left foot forward. That means yes, it was done while they were still living.
Yeah, I ain't got like 100% facts on it, but that's just from what I heard about it.
I think the second part of what you're saying is right. When you see their feet together, it's usually afterlife. But to say with their left foot is forward is when they was living, because we see netchers with their left foot forward. So we saying that they was living.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm thinking
what you said is right though. When you see their feet together.
Yeah, it could be just a scribal technique as well. Not really sure about that, but it could be a chosen scribal technique to kind of just give a pleasing view, depending on how the arms and what the arms are holding and all that stuff, just to give it a complete nice view. But I'm not sure about that. So this is something it's a good question. We probably have to look into it, because I actually did believe about, left foot forward, trump over evil and things like that. I believe I have a song about that as well. but knowing better. So you realize that, unless you find that particular thing being stated on the text, we don't know. We might assume that it is that, but it might be a reason, with it, because we know that they have different techniques and figuring out how to to portray ideal figures of what they want to do. So it might have to do with one of the techniques, but we have to look into that as well.
And you see how? Oh, go ahead, San Antoine.
I don't say I agree with what everyone said, and I kind of came from the same standpoint as Emiket, and that Kofi said. When I initially heard the information that was brought to me that the left foot forward was to stomp out the evil, as the heart progresses forward. And we even see that with the military going left, right, left. They always start off with their left foot. So that was, that was taught to me about Oxford Kwesi. So now, as far as finding the document and the primary source to make it valid, that would be the homework that we would have to do, or anyone who wants to discuss that would have to get that homework out and show the primary sources. But so until the end, it's pretty much something that we all have to either accept or not accept.
And you see how honest we are, family. You see how honest that we are. We're giving you our honest opinion. We're giving you our opinion. We're telling you that we ain't sure. We're we hear things, and we have heard things in the past, and we still hear things today. And that's why it's good to let the ancestors speak, to understand the language. You know what I'm saying? To understand and let them speak for themselves, and we're not speaking for them because they wrote on everything. So we saying what we heard, and all of us, we deal with the ranykemet, the language. We deal with the sesh, which is the writing. So we observe and read it. So we hadn't seen it. You know what I'm saying? And those that may not have studied the language and the writing, they will probably be telling the family right now that's exactly what it means. We just telling you what we heard and what we read, you know what I'm saying, in different books. But we, as a group that deals with the writing and the language, we have not come across that in a text yet. So we being very honest as possible with you, and just instead of running with it and saying this is what it means, blase, blase, and running with it. So that was a good question by Ancestral Energy. I guess Sinette, we'll go to the transliteration and translation, and you can read that off if you want to, or I can read it off. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I can read it to give you some time of of it. But so I'll read your translation, which is Kemet Nesut Weret Nebetawi, which is and then you have Ankjet, so will be the great wife of the king, lady of the two lands, Nefertari, beloved of Mut.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. And we know this is Nefertiti, Nefertari, because of, we can see it in the name. We ain't looking. We not giving you lookership. We not saying that's Queen Ty. So uh, there it is. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We wanted to go through a few descriptions for y'all. I wanted to add the writing and the language aspect to the platform. I got some of everything on there, some of whatever you want to know about the continent. I have on my page, whether it's dealing with the rites of passage, whether it's dealing with different tribes in West Africa, whether it's dealing with the pyramids, whether it's dealing with the Kemetu culture, whether it's dealing with the netchers, whether it's dealing with the cosmology and kemet, whether it's dealing with voodoo, whether it's dealing with dance, whether it's dealing with drums. I mean, whatever you can name, you can imagine that dealing with African culture. It is on this channel. So I'm glad I was able to get the family in here, my foundation, the group that I belong to, and add that language and writing aspect to it. So now, the channel covers everything, on the channel. And here you have our logo here, the Seshew Ni Metaneta logo. Here you have the textbooks that we have produced. You have the Beginner's Introduction of Metaneta, the Ancient Egyptian Hieroglyph by Wuja Min Ib Iri Ma'at. That is our saber. This is a beginner's book, Introduction to Metadata. It's actually also a textbook for his classes for those that want to take the class. Now he has it on Saber. I think if I'm mistaken, y'all just correct me, but I think he took it off of uh, our website, the Seshew metadata.com, and I think it's officially on the saberuniversity.com. So if you want to get classes, you know what I'm saying, you want to get the classes, either hit me or any individual in the Seshew group in their inbox, or either go to Saber University and sign up. Here you
Yeah,
have here a collected F. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
let me
Go ahead.
interject. Let me interject something because it's not also there for people to take courses, but it's also a resource place for people to give classes. So if you have anything that you want to contribute and add to the community, that'd be a place to do it. You could either sign up and do it for free or charge something. But yeah, it's there for people to give courses too. I
Mhm.
just wanted to throw that in there because we need we're trying to build it up, get the information out.
Yeah, I've been promoting it a little bit every time I come on my channel and I do a show. I forgot to do it last night. Actually, I had it on a slide because I did a little slide before I let me and Cuban Christian had a discussion. I'm like a visual person, so I showed a bunch of slides of what we're going to be talking about so everybody can follow. And I forgot to show that slide promoting Saber University because I want to try to build a platform up for those that's trying to do it, and you can submit to Saber University. But I mean, I'm thinking Saber Wujao is going to check you out because before you take the classes, you can submit that you want to be a teacher, and like you can do it for free, as Sin June said, or you can actually, put a price on it and people pay for your classes or your lessons on there. But I mean, once you go into the thing, I think I can't remember where it said where you can go in and you can submit that you want to be a teacher. So you have to leave your I think it's your name, your email, and your phone number, if I'm not mistaken, and he'll get back with you. So I guess he's got to check you out, everything out first, and everything is on the up and up before he put it on there, because we want some accurate information on the platform. We don't want no pseudos on the platform. So I guess that's a precaution that he has in there. Um, so you can go on there to log, like I said, if you're interested in the classes, or you're interested in being a teacher on the class and making some money off there if you want to charge. And then we have another publication here that we put out in 2006, right at the end of 2006, and is that has the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs writing systems been deciphered? A rebuttal to Walter William, and it was a collective effort with the book, and it was just we're not disputing our is great elder, because he is a great elder, and we try to respect our elders, and we try to exhibit Ma'at. We try to exhibit Iwa Pele, and that's what we do. That's what the Seshew does. That's what we do is when we off on our own, doing our own things. We try to exemplify that, but we're not disrespecting the great elder and his work, the historical origins of Islam and the historical origins of Christianity. I recommend that everybody get those books because he has a lot of great information in those books. It took him some years to compile information to put these two books together. I respect his book, but it's just a part in the back of the book that we're rebutting in the book, and that is the ancient Egyptian hieroglyph writing has not been deciphered. So we're just rebuttaling what the our Walter William is saying in those few little pages in the back uh, of the book. So again, we recommend everybody to get the book. The book is not attacking him, and the book was actually put out, and the rebuttal for him, and also a rebuttal for those that was in the debate that was saying the same rhetoric that Walter Williams was saying, which we know that's where they got their information from, is from brother Walter Williams, or our Walter Williams. I want to give him that respect, great elder. Uh, we have here a book that recently came out by our sister, which is our Sinet. Sinet means sister. Emike Aku Kishani. I'm not gonna say the last name because I'm gonna tear it up. But she has her publication out, Simplified Session Metadata Penmanship, a lesson in Egyptian hieroglyph writing, book 1 on the modern literals. So this is book 1. So she has a few more publications going to come out. This one here just only touch on the modern literals and getting your penmanship game on point. So these are some of the publications that we got. So we are working, we're putting out work. We're not just talking about it, we're being about it. So you can check us out on the SeshewMetanetter.com or SaberUniversity.com, and also subscribe to our Seshew Me Netter YouTube channel. We have about 100 and maybe last time I looked was 114, but Saber been putting his inserts on there for those that may not have missed his live feeds, breaking down the information or condensing the information in a short form and putting it out there. He's been putting videos out rapidly. So they are now on our YouTube channel as well. So it's over maybe about, I say about 120 20 videos on there. So go check that out for those that ain't familiar with who we are, or those that just want to go back and look at them and get a better understanding of some things. Here, subscribe to Kofi Paisai TV. I appreciate Jason for subscribing to the channel. I seen that while ago, Jason. Let me see if I can find the name. Make sure I'm saying the name right too. I can't see. I can't find it right now. But Jason, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. Those that in the chat that may not have subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and support me. You support me, I'm gonna support you. Subscribe to Kofi Paisai TV, the channel that takes the black woman, black man, black child, Eurocentric mind, and Africanized. If so, any black individual, black woman, black man, or black child that has a Eurocentric mind, meaning if they are operating or acting or believe that they are a European, then direct them to my channel. And I have all types of information on the channel. I guarantee if they look at all the videos, they will become Africanized. They will be in their right mind, because right now they are out of their mind. So please subscribe to the channel. I want to I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show. I want to say Moriri. That's in the Yoruba language. That means appreciate. I want to say dua, which is in the ranykemet language. That is thank you, or dua means thank you very much for y'all tuning in and checking us out. I want to give a big shout out to the Seshew Metanetter group, which I am a proud member of. I want to thank each and every one for coming on my platform today. They could have said, "No, we gonna stick to the channel, and we gonna and that's it." But they came and supported their brother today. I appreciate them from coming on today. I hope to see them on whether we're dealing with the language or we're dealing with something in our tradition or in our culture. Do y'all got any last words before I shut the broadcast down?
Hotep, yeah, just want to say thank you, brother, for having us on. It's a real good channel. For anybody watching, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. That really helps support the channel. And just keep up the good work, brother. I really appreciate it. Hotep.
All right. right, I guess that's
Oh yeah.
as
Oh, and real quick, I don't know if you give a shout out to the other members that were not here with us tonight. We have Sebau Jao, and we have Sen Jehudi and Sen Chris and Sen Weg Atiba. Quick shout
yeah,
out to
that's
them.
right, right. Yeah, they weren't here, but those are the other members of the group. So shout out to them. Yes, cause we have, like I said, we wanted more women on. Hopefully, we'll be able to get more women on. Thought we was gonna be able to get send at Lisa and send that Mo in here by now, but I don't know what they doing. Y'all gonna have to get right there. And but yeah, we have, we range at different ages, and we have an elder in the group. That's Atiba Seku, our our great elder. And on that note, if anybody else got anything to say, I won't allow them to say it before I shut it down. If y'all got it, if that's it, well,
I say
Yeah, I'll
thanks
be.
for inviting. Oh, sorry.
Now go demo.
I would say thanks for inviting me on, Sin Kofi. And I just want to say on Mo's behalf, I did see her put in the chat. She was driving the homeless to the winter shelter. So good job, sis. You're always doing stuff for the community. But we need you on this side too. But we know you're out there doing good for the people. But thanks again, brother Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi Dua for allowing us to add some content to the channel, man. We appreciate you having us on. As always, it's all love, brother.
All right. Well, we're gonna say on that note, we're gonna say I said Fatmut Alafie, I said Fatmut Iwa Pele, I said ETM Hotep. So we wanna say Shemim Hotep. This time we wanna say go in peace or depart in peace. So again, thank you. And we out of here.
Knowledge of himself is a superb and supreme picture of creation. When man becomes possessor of it, he becomes master of his environment, the captain of his own ship, the director of his own destiny, the accomplisher of his own ends. Understand himself because man is full of knowledge, and this knowledge is a gift of nature. When Mother Nature created man, she deprived him of nothing. He was given the faculty of understanding all things around him. This faculty for understanding has not been taken away from him. None of his senses have been taken away from him. So there is no excuse for the black man.
Raising my team, red, black, and green, queens and kings, salute, now scream, I should. Bring forth another hit, I should. Vibe to a different frequency. I'm raising my team, red, black, and green, queens and kings, salute, now scream, I should. Bring forth another hit, I should. Vibe to a different frequency. I should.
All right.